What's going on, everyone? So let's take a look at GameStop today. So surprisingly, it's up 5%, while a lot of the other stocks out there, for majority of the markets, were in the red and actually took a huge beating. So interesting to see GameStop doing, I'd say, slightly well. But here we can see that it's consolidating sideways for a bit right now, and it looks like it's forming a symmetrical triangle. Again, it's having higher lows and then lower highs. So you can actually see a little quick image in case you're just new to technical analysis. Basically, you can see here forms a triangle, and what could potentially happen is it could break out or it could continue to drop. And the thing is with GameStop is it's very hard to use technical analysis for this kind of chart because it's GameStop, right? It's Reddit, Wall Street Bets, meme stock. It's super unpredictable. So it doesn't really matter what TA you look at. Next thing you know, some news comes out tomorrow and the thing just surges up, right? So again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Make sure to do your own research before making any investments. But I mean, if here we're just a hypothetical, let's take a look at it right now. Let's just say it breaks out and it passes the current, at least the recent price point at here, which is close to 198 plus. At the current price point, I mean, we're looking at a potential right here at least looks like about 50, almost 60% pretty much gain right there. And then if you were to say, let's say for some reason something happens and it takes a dip, the market takes a dip, then GameStop could see potentially reaching back down here at support levels. And we're similar, almost 60% right there as well. So again, that's like a 50-50 thing. It could break out and then who knows what happens after that. Or it could dip out and we'll see. But I think based off of the markets, and again, I could be 100% wrong, but since everything was red for Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, if we see everything is green, GameStop could follow suit or it could do the complete opposite. We'll have to wait until that actually happens. But I mean, we can see here on Webull the actual volume, 19.27 mil. So in terms of volume traded, it wasn't nearly as much as some of the other companies out there. For RKT, it had over 330 mil plus volume. And even today, RKT only had 140 plus. But GameStop, I mean, you can see it's sub 20 mil, right? So if you want the price to essentially go upwards, we're going to have more volume and more people buying in, or else it's not going to really move too much, right? Like looking back here at these prices, when it had this crazy squeeze and goes all the way up to 500 plus, the amount of money that was being pumped into here was absolutely insane. So at least short term, the volume you can see right there, it's not really much. And also the RSI, it's steady right now. It's not overbought, at least right here it seems like it was. But again, depending on what chart and time frame you're looking at, you can see it's fairly in the middle, so it's not too overbought or too oversold yet. But again, we'll just wait and see. But looking at the current market cap, right? So we're around 8.66 bill. And if you guys didn't know, fun fact, we can check out FinBiz, and the current revenues actually they're quite high actually. You can see that 8 bill in 2019, and then currently we have 6 bill, and then basically right now it says 5. And obviously this is not profit. This is currently negative. But in terms of the actual revenues, like GameStop actually sells a lot of money, right? So even you can check out Google, 6 billion back in 2019. So for people thinking, hey, this is just a meme stock, this is worthless. Technically, they're not profitable, but in the future they do become profitable. I mean, this would be I would say a solid long-term hold. Again, that's just my own opinion. You can definitely disagree with that, but I think a lot of people are looking at these crazy numbers that I hit before and they want that to reach it. But also, if you're just looking from like a long-term perspective, none of the short-term squeeze, then I mean, if they can turn a profit off of the billions of dollars that they're generating, that's definitely something to keep your eye on. Right? Well, obviously, right now they're still technically negative in terms of net income, but who knows what happens once quarantine gets lifted, and they maybe they upgrade their business model. We could potentially see something happen, but until then, we'll just have to wait. And you can see the comparison. Like even AMC in 2018 says 5 bill plus here. Clearly, Walmart, Target, obviously, are much bigger, but again, those are giants right there. Now, here's one interesting thing I wanted to show with you, and on Reddit, I'm sure a lot of people already seen this, but in case you haven't, feel free to check it out. And just go to type in GME on Reddit and just look up the username Hey It's Pixel, and pretty much he did his crazy DD where he goes through all the behind the scenes and looking at XRT and essentially what could cause a GME short squeeze to happen. And he has a specific date, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick summary on it because I don't want to go through here and read this entire post. But basically, March 19th, he's stating that's something to keep your eyes out. Now, again, with these type of posts, right, this is just one dude that did some research and supposedly he thinks that something's going to happen on that date. Now, again, this stuff could be completely wrong. He could be so off that nothing happens and then everybody gets upset because they think something's going to happen. So do keep that in mind. Definitely, I would say, is just because it sounds convincing, do your research to confirm it, or at least look into it before you just straight up believe everything it says. And if I just do Command F and I'll just look up, I'll just type 19th really quick so I can bring you up this. So here I just looked through it, the actual post, and he states here again, when it's going to happen? Around Friday, March 19th of 2021, and there's evidence that supports that date and everything coming together. So this is the dates, and this is what he has so far based off his DD. Now, it sounds quite convincing, right? Don't get me wrong. And he can goes into more detail in terms of like he thinks manipulation, things of that nature. And again, I would recommend you go through here. He talks about XRT, and basically you guys can check this out if you want to. But one thing I just like to make my comment on is that if this is wrong, then a lot of people are going to lose, I'd say, faith, and also they're just going to pretty much see that nothing's going to happen at that point. So keep that in mind. Like right now, we're currently around this time frame, right? So come March 19th, if it just keeps going sideways or maybe takes a dip, whatnot, and then by the time we're at March 19th and nothing happens, and then it goes in March 20, 21, 22, then I feel like everyone's going to think GME is over. So keep that in mind, right? Don't just believe this right away that March 19th is like the super crazy date, right? Because he could be completely wrong. Something could happen beforehand, some news that comes out or some new finding or updates that could completely change this due diligence, and also he could be right as well. But just keep that in mind. Don't just believe everything you see on here and just check it out. But it seems, at least right now, current news that I would say to look forward to is technically right now March 19th. That seems to be the hype that everyone's talking about. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see. But if you do have any other interesting posts, articles surrounding GameStop GME that are quite important that other people could maybe learn from and see potential in it, definitely let me know. Link that in the comments below. I'll check them out. And aside from that, if you made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then go ahead and click the link in the description below and sign up for an account. And as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to potentially $1,850. And aside from that, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this video. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.